everyone. Welcome to Queer Women Rising, where I phone lesbian friends and talk about queer love, how to dodge drama, the lesbian drama, and embrace the peaceful connections we all deserve. I'm SophiaSpallino, your lesbian host, and today I'm here with Olive Alcaro, and I'm so happy to be talking with you. I love when I just see people on TikTok and I'm like, I need your energy on the show. Let's hang out.
Got you. I got you.
Let's hang out. Oh, okay. I was watching your videos and you're just straight up, which I love because I am straight up, looking for a future wife. And you said, I'm looking for a successful wife. Like you do not leave anything to the imagination. So tell me about
that. Okay. So I first, like when I was 17, it was a quarantine time, right? So I came into college when I was 18. And at that time I was like, I'm bisexual. Lies. But I'm bisexual. I'm getting into my queerness. I always grew around like queer people on the internet. So I was like, cool. I made a list of qualifications for my partner and they're called terms and conditions. My childhood best friends, they know the list. Like they're part of the notes app. And it's over like 150 things that I've accumulated over the years. But I want this type of person. I want this type of person. Like I want this person to have these type of beliefs. I want them to be from a certain like educational background. I want this, I want this, I want this. I felt as if like the more intentional I am with what I want in a partner, the better my partners will be as I move along my romantic journey, which is true. I became more intentional as the years went by, from dating men who I did not like, did not care about, to dating women that I also did not like. And then getting to my current girlfriend, it was just like, oh, okay, she actually matches my standards. And every single time I like try to like somebody, my friend would go, do they even match your conditions? Do they match your list? And I'm like, oh, you got me there. You got me there.
I love it. A woman with standards. Okay, so to get the record straight, I have two questions. One, you are currently dating someone.
Correct. She's great.
Okay. So guys, you cannot slide into all the DMs right now. It's just not a pro. Okay. If you want to find love, you got to go to Queer Country Club, my monogamous lesbian dating platform. But I'm so happy for you. I'm so freaking happy. How long have y'all been together?
We've been together almost 6 months now.
Ooh, okay. Dude, they say the 7 month is the hardest. Like, yeah. So I will just thoughts and prayers. But you look confident.
No, because like we actually communicate a lot. We talk a lot.
I love it. What is the conversation around handling conflict? Has that come up? Like if there's like some monumental, crazy, earth-shattering, lock you out the house type argument?
We have actually not had the most argument we've ever had is like, we cannot agree on the temperature in the house. We just can't agree. Like it's too hot, it's too cold. Like please, we can't agree on that. But we have not had some big argument. If we ever did have it, I feel like we come to a stage where just talk it out. We are very comfortable having hard conversations because we actually like each other. I feel like a lot of people they don't actually like or care about, but like they love. And that's different from liking someone to loving somebody. I feel like she's a really cool friend, and even if we weren't dating, we still be good friends and we still talk things out. So I want to keep that type of relationship between me and my girlfriend because I like her and I want to be like, I don't feel comfortable with this. And she's going to be like, oh, why? We just like talk it out.
Yeah. That's so good. That hits. People date people they don't actually like. So then like the hard conversations, it's like, why would you even have it?
Exactly.
That's so good. Okay. So are you the I need to stay warm girly, or she keeps it too cold, or is it the opposite? Because I am currently on a heating blanket and there's snow outside my window in Louisiana. And anyone who doesn't believe in climate change, you guys just go like literally stand in a fire or stand in the ice because we don't need you.
Like I am the one where it's right now it's 73 degrees in my apartment. It's warm here. It feels like a human body when you walk in, and I need that. I'm even wearing a sweater and I don't care. I feel great. She needs it to always be like cold 68, and I'm like, I'm freezing. I'm actually dying right now, girl. We can't do this.
Are you dating someone older too? Is this like an older woman thing, or she's your age?
She's like 2 years older than me.
Okay. I always date women like post menopause, and they're always like, "This is so hot," and I'm like, "But I'm like literally the pH of my vajayjay is different than yours. We require a different level of heat, ma'am." Oh my God. Okay, so you have been with her for 6 months. You guys get through everything. You've had those hard conversations. Up until that, you didn't know you were a lesbian. I feel like I caught the vibe that you are. Tell me what you are. What letter of the alphabet soup?
The first one.
Okay.
The
Awesome.
first one. Yes.
But you thought you were bi, is what
I
thought.
did because heteronormativity, society, blah 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 blah. It just took a lot of actual experience in my life. Be like, oh, something's off. Because the thing is about me, I tell people all the time, like, I did try men, guys. We actually tried it. We got there to a certain point. It was something was off. Something was
Yeah.
so off every single time. And I'm like, what is wrong? And then I tried women. I was like, oh, lesbian. So
Yeah. I
that gave me the answer.
think men can't even like break your heart. Like, not only are you not attracted once you figure it out, at least for me, because I thought I
Yeah.
was bi too.
Mhm.
But like, they have no, like, there is no hold on me emotionally, period.
Exactly.
Yeah. What was your first heartbreak like with a woman? Because obviously a man could never break Olive's heart.
That's no, because I do actually a with that. A man, I just never think of men at all, so it wouldn't really be a heartbreak. Um, I don't think I've just had breakups. I don't think my past relationships I was really ever in love with them. It's more like infatuation. Because the thing is, I'm 22. I don't think I've ever been to that stage where also my current girlfriend is my longest relationship. So if we break up, that actually hurts my heart. That would actually break my heart. My past relationships, it was like 3 months max. And if I said I love them, it's like this is 3 month relationship. It's not something that kills me. Oh my god, like no, I have things to do with my life. I will get over this. I have been through worse, guys. It's okay. So I have actually never been through heartbreak that destroyed me or like put me into a mental coma. No.
Oh my gosh. Good for you. Wait, okay, so then how many girls have you dated? Because I'm curious. Like lesbians have literally done me in where I thought I was like RIP. Like it was, yeah. So, but you are 22. So like, how many have you been through?
She's my third. My current girlfriend is my third girlfriend.
Okay, so only two other. I mean, maybe you just got lucky and they didn't like completely chew you up, spit you out. Like I don't know.
Also, is they actually never match my standards. So I feel like when I'm dating someone who doesn't match my standards, it wouldn't take it to heart. Like if I view, but if I view someone, it's gonna sound harsh. If I view someone as a loser and I'm just like, but like at the time my confidence was low, I had low insecurity. Like it's a lot of that. But if I view someone as not worth my time, and then we break up, I'm like, that's okay.
I
Like
love
they,
this.
huh?
I've never heard someone talk so frankly who's 22. Just saying. Freaking love it. Because by the time you get to 32, like me, you're like,
Mhm.
I'm not dating losers. So much so that you literally invent a lesbian dating platform to avoid dating such losers.
I love
What
that.
does Olive define as a loser? I'm curious. Enlighten me.
It's um it's more like someone who's also very okay. I remember dating this one person and their insecurity was just to the fucking roof, bro. Like I had low insecurity, but not to the point where I was overly like I couldn't do anything. If I told her like, oh, let's take a picture here, she'd be like, oh no, I'm insecure. And let's do this. Like I no, I'm embarrassed. I mean like someone who's always embarrassed of something, I can't do that. Because you're not living life. You're just in your own shell and you're in your own head a little too much for my comfort. So I can't really do that. Like I like to live life. If it's embarrassing, fuck it, let's do it. If it's hard to do, fuck it, let's do it. Me and my current girlfriend, she's an introvert, but like she's down to do a lot of cool things. Cause like, why not? Life, you only live life once. Also, somebody who doesn't pay attention to global news or is like in their own really small bubble. I'm very into getting educated on international news, what's happening in politics, what's happening in healthcare. I love that. I love someone who wants to find out about different things and reads a lot of different books and just thinks about different people in a larger scale instead of just keeping to their own one family line. That's something I take care of a lot, and that's something I really want to value in my own relationships because that's something I do. If I am in a certain way where I like to run, I like to do certain workouts, I like to read certain books, I like to learn about certain cultures, I want my partner to also be on that same level. And the girls I dated before my current partner were just not on that same level.
Yeah, no, I get that. It's like do something with your life, have a passion, and like care about people other than yourself.
Yes, please.
Pretty basic, but hard to find.
Exactly. It's really hard to find sometimes.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so what do you do? Because I know you're a creator, but what is like the big vision? Where are you going with this? And then I want to know what your girlfriend does because I love to see like how opposites attract. Usually. Let's see.
So great question. Thank you for asking. I'm getting my master's of science in economics at A&M University. I'm currently graduating this May with my master's and my bachelor's. I specifically want to go into nonprofit work, and I work also in marketing right now. I work as an intern in the tech industry, and I'm a social media manager for a church, but I also content create to make a lot more money. That's how I've saved so much money throughout college because I did content creating. I knew it was a great way to do a side hustle, but it got me to a point where I'm invited to different events. I'm doing cool things like this, being on podcasts. I'm just meeting really cool people. And after I graduated, I specifically want to move to New York City and grow a nonprofit that's based around LGBTQ plus Africans youth in America. Last night, I even like made a Google form that's now on my Instagram. If you guys want to check the bio, like there's an Instagram link where you can people can say their African queer experiences if they're based in Africa or they're based in the U.S. or like anywhere in the world. I just really want to create a community where queer Africans find space to talk about what they've gone through their entire lives, because I know that when I was younger, I wish I had a space like that. So because I didn't have a space like that, I'm creating one. Like how you're creating a space where women can meet each other. And that's great. I didn't see that when I was younger, but now I'm seeing it everywhere. I'm like, this is fucking amazing. I wish I had this when I was younger. And so that's honestly the goal of moving to New York, working in marketing, working in like a big company where diversity, inclusion, equity is very put into people's faces, that we need a world where people are always asking questions, always trying to help other people, because without community, we are nothing. Without community, some type of mobility, some type of anything, learning about each other, we are absolutely nothing.
Oh
So
my
yeah.
God. I love your vision. I love your passion. So like you're so smart. Holy shit. Like I barely passed an economics class and I had to take it in the summer, like isolated to pass the basic level. And
Yep.
yeah, no, not for me. I just cannot imagine, yeah, what's going on up there. And then to think like you have that logical side, but then you're also creative. That's pretty rare. Pretty rare. Something to be proud of. Graduated with a master's at 22. Holy shit. Uh, Bravo. If you are African queer, please go engage with Olive. You know, it's really cool. I don't talk about the people on my team a lot, but I have the most incredible, amazing African queer woman on my team. And she's a femme and she's so pretty. And like, we just, we text each other every day. Like me and my team, we hype each other up, but we're just like, oh my God, it's gonna be a good day. Like we're so blessed. We pray together, all the things. Oh, I notice you do something for a church. Okay, like you're queer and you're Christian or you're Buddhist or what is it?
I was baptized Catholic when I was straight out the womb, as a lot of people are, a lot of especially West Africans are. But I'm raised Christian. I go to a church. It's the Open and Affirming Church, and love it. Open and Affirming churches are everywhere in the U.S., and they're meant to provide homes to a lot of queer people, a lot of people from different backgrounds, a diverse group of people. Love it, love it, love it. I tried to get back into religion when I was like a sophomore, junior in college, because I just didn't have a church in College Station where I felt very accepted. What? I feel very accepted. And right now, I do have a church where I love the pastor. I talk to the people on a regular basis. And even my girlfriend, she's very religious. My family's very religious. And they still accept me to a certain degree. They still accept me to a certain degree. But having a relationship with God has really helped me in my life. And a lot of people think that you can't be queer and be religious. That's a false thing to say, because I feel it's not even that the Bible is against being queer. It's the people. The people
Yeah.
are. The people have an
Yeah.
agenda, and they want people to be in that agenda. A lot of people are going to break out of the agenda, regardless of what they say, regardless of what
Love
you
it.
want people to say.
That is what we're doing. I love it. I love just spreading light. And I'm like, look, I don't care what God is for you, but like, let's not blame God or universe. This is people who have truly just distorted the sacred words of God, which is love God, love people. That's,
Mhm.
yeah. So, okay. So you go to, is it a Christian church, Episcopal church? Like what is it? Because where I live, we don't have unity churches. And the closest thing I can find is a church called St. Barnabas that's like accepting. I think it's
Yeah.
Episcopalian. That's it. So, what is it?
it's a United Church of Christ. It's a Christian-based church. It's called Friends. It's actually like, it's in College Station. It's very cute, very small. Like 50 people, 50 to 100 people max. And I'm not like a big mega church person. I just grew up in mega churches all my life. I don't know if you have also been in mega churches, like over 1,000. Yeah, like over 1,000 people every single Sunday. Girl, I'm overstimulated. Get me out of here. I'm overstimulated. But
overstimulated and like, hey, let's pay our taxes. Cause like, look, I'll give you a pat on the back because you are running a great business operation here and you're inspiring so many people. But this is a business. This is not. Yeah.
Yes. Like I remember my church when I was younger, it was a mega church. I swear it was a cult at some point because the amount of people just going around, it's like, oh, every single Sunday give tithes. You're making at least 10 grand per week. This is crazy. This is a business in itself. It's super insane. But this church I go to, they do focus on tithing, but like it's more about a message of equality and unity. Like this past Monday was MLK Junior Day, so they talked about that during church. I was like, that's something I really, really value because you can't say, oh, accept others. We gotta talk about everybody. Let's actually name names. Who are you trying to accept here? Are you trying to accept the trans kids? Are you trying to accept the immigrants? Like, who are we trying to accept here? And I love that they actually physically say it out loud.
I love it. Yeah, there's no way, like, if you're queer where I live, you're like not welcome to serve at most churches. Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's insane. So I love that. I love that they spoke about MLK. I love that you feel seen. And like you said, let's name names. Like, who are you accepting? Because they say everyone's welcome, but really, is everyone
really?
welcome?
Really?
Yeah.
Right.
No, I love that. I love that. Okay, so your girlfriend's religious too, and like, do either of y'all struggle with like dealing with people in your lives saying you can't love God and be gay? Is that a thing? Because I still experience it. Like I feel accepted, but definitely not celebrated by certain people in my family at all.
For you, is it your family and social media, or is it only your family?
Social media has been really scary. Like, I don't make certain types of content like I used to, including God, only on TikTok. Instagram, it got
Yeah.
very, very scary. Like, I can now on a live, but like, not like reels that go viral. Cause I had some that like were hitting like 7 million views and like they came and like attacked my account. It was really scary.
Mhm.
And yeah, there's people who love to equate a certain word that starts with a P with queer people. And that's
Mhm.
just absolutely disturbing. So that is a thing. But I think the thing that hurts me is there's this little wounded girl that just wants, like, not just but like approval and joy and celebration for who I am. And I'm
Yeah.
never like the part of me that's healed is accepting I'm never going to get that from certain people in my family. I'm lucky that they talk to me, right? Like I'm lucky that they tolerate.
Yeah.
So, yeah. What about you?
Mm. First, I'm sorry that you had to go through that. It does get hard posting. Okay. I know in my experience on social media, I started on TikTok. I've built a community of queer POCs. So if I was to make any, okay, so this time last year, I made a specific video saying, it's okay to be gay and praise God, right? Like it's okay to be gay and Christian. I showed can you see it? Can you see it? My little cross up there.
Oh, I love it.
It's so cute. I got it from garage sale. I literally love it. Oh my god. But I showed my cross. I showed my Bible. I showed my love is love flag, and a lot of people appreciated the video. And the thing about me is, I am here for the people who are going to DM me and tell me that my videos help them a lot in life. I am here for the people that a year later they're going to come back to my videos and say this really helped me in
Yeah.
2024. And I'm very thankful that you posted this video because I started my journey. Even this morning, I got a comment from this time the last girlfriend I had, I broke up with her. I made a video about it, got like 8,000 likes, and I posted it in 2022 or something like that, or 2023. And somebody commented being like, I come back to this video so many times since posted to remind myself that I am worthy of being respected.
Oh.
You don't know the impact that you have on other people. That's 7 million people that saw that video about you being queer and religious. There's probably at least couple 100,000 people that needed that video that day.
Oh yeah.
Even if you got the hate comments, even if people don't like it. Like something about me, I turn the comments off on Instagram. I don't like it. I don't like Instagram Reels. I'm a real Instagram Reel hater for real, but I post every single day because I want people to see it, what my content is. I hate the negativity. I hate the racism. I hate the homophobia on Instagram. It's something disgusting. But on TikTok, I've already built a platform with over 100,000 people. So I'm like, let me just bring the content here. And if people don't like it, I don't give a damn. It's not for you. It's going to be for the haters. It was always going to be for that 12-year-old little girl named Olive in 2020, in 20 something, who needed someone who looks like me to tell her that it's okay to be who she is. That's what I'm doing it for. I'm not people to give me hate comments.
Oh, I love that. How old were you when you started like noticing you were gay, and did you try to pray it away?
Oh my God. I made a video about this like last week. I noticed around 6 that I liked girls. And it's because I had this girl in my class who like transferred in. It was like first grade. I was like, oh my gosh, she's so pretty. I really want to be friends with her. That's how it all starts. That's how it all starts. But I personally never prayed the gay way. I prayed to be gay. It was when I was around 11, 10 years old. I was a really big Tumblr kid. So I was always on Tumblr. I always followed gay people on Tumblr. I thought they were the coolest people and they were the most creative. They're like someone like you. I would follow a creator like you because like, oh, this is so cool. This is so like inspiring. And it got to a point where I saw all the gay people there. It's like, I want to be gay. I want to be that like type of creativity and that type of loud and expressive. So I remember so vividly, I got on my knees and asked God, please make me at least bisexual. I want to be one of the cool kids on Tumblr. I wanted it so bad. And then 10 years later, I'm a lesbian who makes content on Instagram and TikTok. So.
I love it. Wait, so like you grew up with parents who didn't instill hellfire in you, that you like actually prayed to be gay. I love it. Oh, I'm jealous. I literally, like, I see all of the fires on the news and I'm like, oh, triggers religious trauma. Like, there's literal people out there right now saying God's cleansing the earth with what is actually climate change. Yeah. The audacity to say such a thing. And I actually feel like, oh my God, like I was taught all this shit about the rapture and God like destroying the earth and like all those little things. Like I literally have to tell myself that's not true. This is just climate change. Like those triggers still come up. So I am so happy for you that as a kid, you felt safe enough to feel it was okay to be gay and even to want to be gay, to celebrate that authentic desire in you. Cause I knew since I was 5, I had a crush on this girl. To this day, I have a crush on this girl. She's so hot. She just got hotter. She aged like fine wine. Like, I wish one day she would just like DM me and be like, okay, I'm gay. But I don't want to like approach her. She still makes me nervous.
I mean, why not? You're still scared. I mean, why not? Be like, hey.
Hey, if you're listening to this, you know who you are. You know who.
My DMs are open. Hey.
Hey. No, she's fabulous. Anyway, yeah, I remember like that first crush. Like, yeah. Well, it's not, I can't look at that and go, oh yeah, God made me to self-destruct. Or God made you to like something you shouldn't like. Like as humans, no matter what you believe in, I think there's this innate goodness in us and we know what's wrong. We know what hurts other people. We know what physically hurts ourselves and the desires that we have, especially being so young, come from such a pure place.
Yeah. Like it doesn't, because in my mind, I'm thinking, guys, we got bigger problems to fry. People are dying. There's war happening. My gay ass is not the problem here. We like the thing about it is whenever I see people being homophobic or just being against a certain minority group, I'm thinking to myself, you cannot pay your rent this week. So what's happening? You have things you can't eat right now. You need to have bigger problems to fry. We should not be the outlet. We should not be your violent outlet. And I just doesn't make sense for people to be so hateful of gay people, of people of color, like of women. Guys, we got things to do. We got nations to uphold. We got things to learn. We got books not to ban. We got things to do, and you're just not. It's different. I hate unjustified hate. I hate it. I hate when we see a problem, right? And they think, oh, this is why the problem is being caused. No, No, that's what the people at the top want you to think. We have to think a little bit more. We have to ask a little bit more questions, and we have to go to where the problem really is. Because if you don't, you end up going like infighting between people that's not really your enemy, and they're always trying to help you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Like just inventing an enemy out of thin air is what we're witnessing.
Exactly.
Good times. Seriously, we all need to pray that things get better. And you know what? It's so weird because okay, real quick, I need to tell you about Wisp, an online healthcare service that is for the girls, gays, theys, and me. In fact, for 3 years, they have been a part of my daily regimen. I know many of you listening long to create beautiful, women loving women relationships. And that, my dears, begins with excellent kitty care. Like, no offense, I don't know about you, but I personally don't want to be at a kitty cat cafe, if you know what I mean, that doesn't provide the freshest dessert for me to lick. So do unto others as you'd have them do unto you, and keep your kitty cat cafe fresh. With Wisp, everything from the consult to receiving meds is done from the comfort of your phone, and the company is proud of being inclusive, cost effective, and accessible for everyone. Wisp believes that you know your body better than anyone else, which means no more urgent care visits for issues such as UTIs, yeast infections, or STI treatment. You can save so much time not going to in person appointments or waiting in line at pharmacies. The free shipping will save you so much time. Or same day pharmacy pickup can have you feeling better faster. Before Wisp, I was prone to getting BV, but my kitty pH balance stays perfect. Chef's kiss now that I am on a consistent probiotic regimen. Ladies, this is so important. Personally, I subscribe monthly to Wisp Probiotics, Sexy Time Lube, and OMG Cream. It's like female Viagra. I also get D-mannose and boric acid vaginal suppositories as needed, so I'm prepared if something starts to fill off down there. Also, if you're about to meet a new partner from my lesbian dating platform, you definitely want to be tested before sleeping with someone new. You can order discreet online testing from your bed before you jump into bed. Go to the link in the show notes to learn more, or go to hellowisp.com and use my code SOPHIA for 15% off. That's code SOPHIA, SOPHIA, for 15% off all your kitty needs. You're welcome. Okay, back to the show. There's a lot of shit going on, and it feels so freaking heavy to watch people you love like go through so much loss and so much fear. And I feel like I'm scared, and I hold a lot of privilege as a white cisgender woman, right? So like I feel the fear, and then I'm like trying to hold even like hope, because the people who have some privilege right now of hope and like not being afraid for your life actively, like we've got to hold the torches of hope. We've got to light the way. And so it's this weird nuance of being like, I feel heavy, but I got to keep going. Like I got to keep going with joy in my heart. The joy of the Lord is going to be my strength. We're going to get through this. It's a weird thing. It's a weird thing. Like last night in our Queer Country Club event, I do this thing called Meet Your Future Wife Live, introduce extraordinary lesbians. It's so fun. Plug for Queer Country Club, DM me apply if you would want to meet your future wife. It's where you go if you have standards like Olive, right? Like have your shit together and have an actual life you love, and be clear that you want to live and die with one woman. And I would love to match you. But with that being said, we do these things live every single month. I host for women to meet each other. And it was like weird to come on and be like, I'm so happy to be here with you. But also, like, we're all grieving so much this week. We're all holding so much weight. And it's like, yeah, it's a weird thing to hold both. I think like God gave me the strength to hold both, but it's still weird, especially as a content creator, to get on and be
Yeah.
like, hey, but also
Yeah,
it sucks.
I'm really glad that you do have a platform like that to even be able to say that I know it's hard and people can come together and grieve together, because misery loves company in ways that it's okay to cry together. It's okay to also know that we can also mobilize. We can have spaces like this to talk about it. And without mobilization, again, we fall. People just don't do anything. You can cry. You can say, oh, everything's shit. The world is burning down. We can come back. there's always people fighting. There's always
Yes.
people. There's always a nonprofit trying to help people. There's always people like you who are saying, there's other people who look like us too, who can do a lot of good, who have
Yeah.
degrees, who have education, who have the power, who have like some type of ability to make some change happen. Even if the institutions that are in control, they don't want that change to happen. Change happens regardless.
Yes.
Change will always happen and will always point towards justice. Very like every single time. That's
The
my
light
thing.
will win. The light will
The
win.
light will
The
win.
battle
Yeah.
might be lost, but the war is not over.
Never, 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 never.
So good. So good. Okay. What is the number one? Like, you seem very involved. What is a way that you feel everyone listening right now could give back or take some action for what they believe in and to help their fellow human?
Okay. One thing I recommend is go on Letters of Congress and apply for the newsletter so they can send you executive orders being made. I feel like people need to be a lot more informed about the bills being passed. Trump wrote down a lot of executive bills happening on the first day of his office, and it's a lot, and it's hard to digest if you don't know what's happening. Look up websites for nonprofits that are happening in your area. Don't be discouraged that, oh, we can't do anything. The states are against us, the legislation is against us. No, 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 no. There's things happening at ground level that can be done to help other people. I know in Texas right now, we are having a big abortion ban since like 2022. I'm part of this thing called Jane's Due Process, where we try to help women in the state of Texas get abortion access for 2 different states. And hopefully the entire abortion ban doesn't expand towards the entire nation. But if it does, there's stuff we can do. Okay, there's a country, but this is not the first time human beings have been alive. This is not the first country to ever be in a certain government where women are discouraged, LGBTQ people are discouraged. There are things that happen in different countries where we can take action from them and we can take resources from them and say, hey, we can also do it here. I believe that people need to see what other countries have been doing, see what minority groups have been doing, especially the indigenous people in America, see how they've survived, and also try to help them, but also implement the same tactics to help the people in your own neighborhood. Because to be a good neighbor, you have to know the people next to you. You have to know the people at the top, at the bottom, left, right. And that's how you make actionable change, by knowing people and seeing what resources we can bring together.
So good. So good. And it's not about like hating people on one side or another. I think it's about truly being like, hey, this is like they've engineered a war between the elite and the people.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so all of us remember, like, as just humans, as people on this planet, we have so much more in common than we have different. And in order to win, like you said, okay, I love it. So what was that website again? Letters of Congress or Letters from Congress?
Letters.
Pull it up because I've never heard of that, and that seems like a really good resource.
It's called the letters. Maybe Library of Congress. Let me make
Okay.
sure of it.
Yeah, no, figure it out because I think that's been the hardest thing is not understanding how things affect us, not knowing who to reach out to, not knowing, okay, if there's this thing that's being proposed, who do you contact?
Exactly, exactly. Okay, it's called Library of Congress. Let me make sure. Newsletter.
Library of Congress newsletter.
Yes, Library of Congress. I'm gonna put it as a link in the Zoom so you
Amazing.
can tell about it. I am subscribed to it, but I also like listen to the news every single day. I listen to NPR morning news, and I make sure that trying to be up to date with the news in America is hard. It's very, very hard. I don't expect everybody to know everything at all, but just know what affects the people around you. Know that, hey, that one immigrant friend you have, if you know they're don't have the right documentation, don't put them in compromising situations.
Yeah.
Don't like invite them to a party where you know it could be dangerous for them if the police show up. Don't like call out somebody who doesn't speak fluent English and be like, oh, where are you from? What country do you come from? That's harmful. Don't do things that you feel like are intentionally harmful to other people, because that's dangerous. It's not a joke. It's not a joke to say, oh, you're a trans kid, we're gonna take away your rights to get treatment. That's not okay. It's not okay to do that.
Yeah. No, thank you. Beautiful. Okay, I'm going to add that link to the show notes. For everyone listening who's like, okay, I want a passionate woman who cares about what's going on in the world, who is got her education locked under her belt, and I've got standards. If you were to give your list of standards for finding your now partner, Olive, what would those standards be?
I can actually just pull it up. Like,
Oh, I love it. She's got a note in the iPhone.
yeah,
Dude, you know the only way to get through anything, whether it's a breakup, I swear, like having the ick list right in front of you or
exactly.
having the like standards list right in front of you for when you're dating. It's the best thing ever.
Mhm. One of my standards for somebody is has concrete aspirations. That's number 42. Next is let's see a good one. One is great at communication. Three is emotionally intelligent, and I also put things as inclusive of all sexualities, genders, cultures, and ethnicities.
Mhm.
One of them is highly educated in their own field. Like my girlfriend, she has a master's of science in public health. So
Mm.
she works like, yep, she works in that type of field of making sure a lot of people who don't look like her have the right research, have the right medical needs, stuff like that.
I love
Uh,
it.
right, like things. I remember posting the video about having standards and someone saying like, "Oh, it's probably a lot of food or movie standards." Like, no, 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 no. It's things that someone cannot bring to the table unless they are that person, and that's why I never posted my list to the internet at all because I feel that people cannot match if they are not this person. Like, if you're not an artistic person naturally, you're not going to match. You're not trying to like. I don't want people to make a facade of what they think I want. No, 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 no,
Yeah.
no, no. Be yourself, bro. If you're not for me, you're not for me. If I'm not for you, I'm not for you, and that's okay. There's 8 billion people out in this world. I promise you, it's not. It's gonna be okay to not find the love of your life in this 1 second.
Yeah. Okay, describe what your girlfriend looks like. I'm curious.
She's like around my height, Puerto Rican with big hair,
Okay,
hair,
okay, okay.
brown eyes.
Oh, I love it. Okay, and in healthcare, she like works like in a hospital or yeah, what does this look like?
Oh,
That's what
she
I
just does.
assume.
She works. She does research, specifically research in public health. Yeah.
Oh my God, someone as smart as you, geez, Louise.
I love her. She's so great. She's so smart.
I love this for you. Thank you so much for sharing all the love. Now, I love hearing about queer women's big dreams. What is your dream vision for your life? Like your dream career? Do you want to get married? Do you want kids? Just tell me what your dream life looks like in 10 years.
Okay, so this year I made a vision board like I do for the past 2 years, and this year, well, for the next 10 years, I want to like host TED Talks. I want to have my own nonprofit company where I'm helping queer people, specifically in African diaspora. I want to be on Forbes 30 under 30. I want to create a space for queer people and helping queer people around the U.S. and just around the world in general. I want to go back to Nigeria and build like a library in my name for queer authors and queer books in the West Africa in general. But I also do want to I want to get married in the future, but marriage is not in my. I'm very career focused as a person. I'm very education focused. So I'm the type of person where if I don't get the degree, if I don't get the job, if I don't get the career I want, I will break down. I will in fact break down. So a lot of the things I do on my daily is based around trying to get a certain future, like me being part of nonprofits right now, me trying to get a master's, me being in a certain field is always based around making sure I have the voice, I have the qualifications, and I have the vision for what I want a certain type of future in my life to be. Like I do want to be the rich lesbian mother with my wife and 2 kids who helps tons of people, who goes to conferences and speaks, who like has my own podcast, who writes for different authors, who writes for different magazines, stuff like that is very important to me to have a voice and also to like look like someone like me who's Black, queer, a woman, immigrant, so many minority groups just under my belt, but who's also educated and who also wants the betterment for other people. Like it is egotistical, but it's egotistical in the way that I want to have a platform so other people know that they can also have a platform.
There is nothing wrong with wanting what you want. Like, let's flip that around. Because I used to do business coaching. I mean, I still do it. Like, it's more like a secret offer. Like, it's not something I advertise. But like, when someone says like, I want a platform, like, it's not egotistical because it feels like that's just the vision God gave you for your life. Like,
Yes.
yeah, like that's your purpose. I love what you want to do. I myself want to be the rich lesbian aunt. I'm like, that's the vibe. So you're not, did you say aunt or mom? You want to have your own kids or you don't?
Oh, I do want to have my own kids. I want to have at
Okay.
least 2 kids. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I love it. I love it. Do you want to carry or do you want your partner to carry?
The thing is, I never wanted to have children because I thought I was going to end up with a man. It was the man part that really had me in the chokehold. But now that I like women, now that I know I like women, I'm perfectly fine having like my own children, carrying them, and birthing children with a beautiful wife. That's lovely. That's actually so nice of me. Yeah.
Isn't it wonderful to think about how a woman will look at, because I went through like some eating issues in the past.
Mhm.
And I feel like a woman would look at a postpartum body and be like, you're still so, like, you're gorgeous. Like, you carry life. Like, oh my God. And it's just so different than the male gaze. I don't know.
Mhm.
It's just like so juicy for me to think about. There's a part of me now, it's like, oh, I could have a baby. I'm very also career focused. Like, I'm a little bit of a workaholic. And so I know that I got a vision for Queer Country Club. I want to grow it. That's my goal. I want to be able to help a lot of people. That's not possible if I slow down and have kids right now. I
And that's
just,
okay.
yeah,
And that's okay.
exactly, exactly. But just knowing like the idea of having a little family, a little extraordinary life with a woman just lights me up.
Exactly. Taking the little
Yes.
trips, going to school with them. Like, it's so nice. Ah, that sounds so lovely.
It is. It is. Okay, so the last thing I want to ask you about is you're moving to New York. Because I saw a video, you're like, I don't know how, but I'm moving.
It will happen.
It will happen. And I believe you because there were things like 6 months ago. I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna have a house, but it's gonna happen. And here I am in my house in my podcast studio. Like, you make shit happen, God makes shit happen. What is the vision for that? And is your girlfriend along for this ride?
Okay, so the vision for that is I actually made a whole financial budget plan in December, and I showed my like the vision board I have is like this. It's quite big, and I made a financial plan for it. I talked to my family members who live in New York City, like, okay, what cities do you think I should live in? And they specifically all said Brooklyn would be the best. First, it's cheaper than Manhattan. Everybody knows this. We know this, but it's also like more creative. It's more POC friendly. It's more queer friendly, like all that stuff. So I was like, okay, Brooklyn, but I talked to my girlfriend, my parents, and my best friends about it, and they were all trying to give me advice, be like, okay, do you have the finances for it? We're going to build the finances. Every single month from January till I graduate would have to be 3K just saved, like the high yield savings account, to make sure I have the finances to move to New York. And May, I'm going to go there with my girlfriend to even view apartments. And I talked to my girlfriend about it. She has a full-time job here. There's no reason for her to move to a different state if she does not have a full-time job that pays like twice as much in New York City. So we're perfectly fine doing long distance because we've been doing long distance our entire relationship. It's great.
Oh,
We see each other like every other weekend. Like, it's literally fine. So if she can find a job there, that'd be great. But also, she's also never been to New York City. So like when we first go to tours, that's gonna be her first time even feeling the city. I personally feel like she's gonna love New York City. I think it's right up her alley of what diversity and how fast paced it is. I think she would literally love it. But for right now, it's more about saving money, budgeting, creating a bigger platform so I get more brand deals coming in. I know that I'm having a lot more queer brands ask me like, "Hey, you want to make content for us?" It's like, yes, I will. Pay me, just
I
pay me.
love it.
Like, please, please, please. But just having the brand deals coming in and doing like more side jobs in marketing, and even starting to do like freelance digital products with my girlfriend and freelance marketing for different brands is something that is helping me a lot financially before I graduate.
Oh my gosh. Okay. And so you have until May to make it all happen.
Until May, like there's no really deadline for anything. But I just want to be able to have a place to stay. I can also like rent. I'm in like so many Facebook group chats where people are like, oh, like sublease this, rent this, and even getting advice from people who've lived in New York for many years. It's okay to not have it all figured out when you get to New York City. It's literally okay. I guys, I am not on a tight schedule here. This is just a personal thing I want to do with my life, to be able to go to New York City, go into like the economic, political, and cultural hub of the entire nation. It's just feels right for me. So having that plan set in motion and trying my best to get there, because without a plan, how's it going to happen? It's not.
Exactly. Oh my God. Okay. I'm not trying to sell you anything at all. And I mean that sincerely. I'm literally not going to sell you anything, won't charge you a dime before I say this. And I've never said this publicly on a podcast. So no one DM me about this because I'm not going to say this to anyone else, most likely, only when God tells me to. But would you be interested in being scholarshiped into my profitable personal brand coaching program just to help you
Yes.
grow? Okay. Because if you only have so much time, we do coaching like every 2 weeks, and let's freaking get you to the next level. Let's
Yes. Please.
let's go. We need wealth in the hands of queer women.
Please.
Yeah, let's do this. Okay. Chris, go ahead and email Olive. Let's get her in for tonight. Let's do it. Let's do it. We do, yeah, it's the most extraordinary group of queer women, and I will scholarship you at least through March, and then I want to see if I'm going to take a break. I might take a break offering coaching completely, but if I'm not, I will extend your tenure. Okay. Yeah, I want to see you succeed. Like you've already come so freaking far on your own, and the vision you have is just massive. Yeah.
I
I'm
definitely think, like, why can't it happen? People have done a lot more with far less. So if someone else can do it, God knows I can do it.
Amen. Okay, where did you get this mindset? Did you create this through practices, or did your parents raise you to just have these really strong positive beliefs about yourself?
I honestly feel that being Nigerian really was the forefront of my mentality. Because a lot of Nigerian women, it's, bro, a lot of the time I'm a very basic confidence really runs my entire life. Because regardless if I'm doing bad, I just have something in my mind like, I'm going to make it out. I'm going to make it out. Like growing up Christian, growing up with a Nigerian mindset of we have to make money, we have to like succeed regardless of what happens in life. It just has to happen. Kind of toxic, kind of like it kind of goes down on you sometimes, like, oh, I'm not succeeding enough, so therefore just I'm not living up to my parents' standards, so I'm not living up to my standards. It comes to a point where having a clear vision and having a motive to why you want to do this vision and having passion, it comes before anything else. Because even if I'm not motivated one day, it's all about the end goal. At some point, we have to keep on going. We have to keep on going. Oh, I don't feel good enough to go to the gym today. I'm feeling too tired. There's a goal here that we need to meet. So I'm perfectly fine being able to say, hey, I know I'm not doing good today, but tomorrow this has to happen. Like even this entire podcast, this gave me a deadline to make sure I had the Google Forms ready. This gave me a deadline to finalize what I want the knowledge to be. I am the type of person to sign up for a program or sign up for like a new networking thing or sign up for a new conference to make myself a physical deadline where other people are expecting things from me and making sure I have it unlocked by the time I get there. So I'm looking professional. I'm looking up to standards of what I want to be to other people's view. So yeah.
Yes. No, your mindset is just chef's kiss. Like you're 22 and that's blowing my mind. Like I feel like I'm talking to someone at least 35. You look young, but I like your soul and the strength and the tenacity you already have at 22. There's not one lazy bone in your body. Like I love it. I love it. Like you come into the program tonight. And I want to see you kick ass in life. Let's go. Let's go. New York City, I'm going to be waiting to see like when you land in your apartment, when you like have your boxes on the floor. Like I can visualize it now. I can visualize it now, like your first like takeout while you're unpacking, and then your girlfriend being like, God just delivering the best job for her there too. Yes. Yes, Lord.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Okay, this has been so fun. If there's any word of advice you want to leave with queer women who are looking for someone healthy, because I do believe what you found is a healthy, balanced relationship, what is the advice that you would leave with Queer Women Rising?
I would lead to Queer Women Rising to please work on yourself before you try to chase somebody else. You're chasing people who you admire, you find are amazing, but you also don't meet their standards, but you don't also meet the standards for yourself. If you do want somebody who's like knows how to cook, who's very ambitious, who has their life together, I fear you have to get the same level. You have to be the same level to meet someone at that level. So don't be so hard on trying to find a wife. Don't be so hard on trying to find a girlfriend. Just find yourself first, please.
Yes.
Find yourself.
So good. So good. Like if you want that, then you got to be that.
Yes.
Yes. So good. And if you already are that, if you all that and a bag of chips, you got your shit together, you hate dating apps, you hate swiping, you're looking for the love of your life. If I haven't made it clear enough, I have a lesbian dating platform for monogamous queer women only. We love our polyamorous friends. We love you guys. I literally like have a polyamorous friend that I spent time with talking on the phone this morning. Like I'm close to my people, but I know how hard it is as a lesbian to find love with someone who truly wants to live and die with one wife for life. And that's why I created the Queer Country Club. If you are interested in joining a dating club of only extraordinary lesbians from around the world, you're going to want to DM me the word apply. We're going to get you an application. It's super quick. It's like 60 seconds. You'll apply. We want to make sure you've got the right mindset. You got to have a good mindset. You don't have to be as off the wall as me and Olive here because we are like, we're going to run this world. But having a mindset, like, I don't care. There's one lady, I love this lady in Queer Country Club. I call her Miss Dorothy. I never call people Miss, but I swear I just call her Miss because she carries like that mama bear energy. Women in Queer Country Club are like 35 to 65. She's like in her 50s. And she's like, I don't care, honey, if you paint cats. And she's rich as fuck, okay? And she's like, I don't care if you want to just paint cats, but you better be passionate about what you're doing. If all you do is paint cats, you better be the best cat painter I ever seen. And I was just like, yes, like bring some passion, like whatever it is. I don't care what it is. Just do your thing and do it well. Be extraordinary. If it's creativity, if it's being a homemaker, being the best homemaker, if it is being the highest in tech, be the best at that. But just do you, boo, and do it big. So if you've got a life that's amazing, but you're missing your future wife, DM me apply or visit queercountryclub.com. We want to have you inside. AI matching, live virtual meetups, live coaching, and then, of course, an entire community that helps women meet based on their values. Okay, that's it for Queer Women Rising. Olive, thank you so much for joining me. I'll be emailing you. Yeah, I want to have you in the coaching program. So I'll send you an email right after this. My manager will get you another like official email right before tonight. And we do live calls every 2 weeks. And tonight is one. So if you're available, it's at 7 p.m. If you're not, you can come to the next one. But the live calls are just, that's where the energy's at.
Cool. Would you like to do a little picture?
Oh my God, yes, let's do it.
Yes, I got it. Thank you.
I over Botoxed my lip. Like I told the girl, I was like, do more than usual. And she was like, I shouldn't do that. And I was like, no, like I'm paying you, like do it. And she was right. Okay. She was right. And like now it's hard to smile, but it'll go away. It'll go away. You know, lesbians, we tend to use the mouth a good bit. So like my lips will get worked out. The Botox will go away.
I think it looks good.
What?
I think it looks super good. It matches your face.
Well, thank you. But like the problem is it's not that it's not filler. It's a paralyzed muscle. So I can't lift to see my top teeth. So when I eat an apple, I have to physically do that right now.
And it'll heal.
Yeah, no, it's a neurotoxin. It'll go away in like 2 months now. But I always just tell people, I'm like, it's not that I'm not smiling at you. I just physically can't. Anyway. Oh my God, this is so fun. Have an amazing day. And I'll see you inside of the Profitable Personal Brand Coaching Program because I want to see you rise. Okay.
Oh, thank you so much.
I literally, I'm ready for the New York video. I can visualize it now. You posting on TikTok being like, we made it and like unboxing. I just see it. Like hold the vision, Abraham Hicks, 17 seconds. Like it's there. It's there.
Yeah, like literally in the video, be like, hey guys, I made it.
Send me the video. Yes. Okay. Love you much. Talk to you soon. Bye guys. See you in the next episode.